So we just discussed the basic selection maneuvers and how to highlight entire rows or entire columns at once. So it makes sense for us to move on to the insert and delete statements. We can combine these with the selection maneuvers and have some pretty cool combinations. So we're going to learn about inserting rows, inserting columns, deleting entire rows and columns, bringing up the delete dialog box and the insert dialog box. And here are some of the keys to remember. You got your Control Shift plus. If you want to delete the row, you got Control minus. And then if you want to do some more advanced things with the dialog box, you got these keys. So let's learn about these in a second. So how do we insert and delete data into our spreadsheet the quickest way possible? And I should add carefully too, but that's not what this class is about. Anyway, to insert and delete rows and columns, you're going to use Control Shift plus and Control minus. So if we want to delete some data, just the data, and not remove an entire row or an entire column, you simply can highlight the selection, press the delete button, and it's gone. But if you want to get rid of things like formatting, like let's make this, there we go, undo it with Control Z, and let's pretend this whole thing was yellow. We want to get rid of the lines and the yellow. So look, if we just press delete, that's not going to do that, but if we want to get rid of everything in there, what we're going to have to do is delete the whole section. And since it's highlighted, Control minus. So Control minus right there, it brought up this delete dialog box, and that's because we didn't have the entire line highlighted. We just had a selection. So if we just have a selection, or if you had nothing at all, just one box, it's going to bring up this Control dialog box. So let's try that again. Control there. As you delete, you can shift the cells left, and that would knock things out of alignment here. You can shift them up. You can do the entire row. You can do the entire column. There's also a much quicker way to get rid of the entire row and column. So Control and then space, and then Shift space bar gets you the whole row. So now that we have this whole row selected, what we can do is just press that Control minus, and it deletes the whole row. But notice it's the whole row, so it got rid of this table over here. So you got to decide, do you want to just delete the things in the immediate area, or do you want to get the whole row or the whole column? And that will differentiate between if you use the dialog box. So the dialog box is just if you want to do just stuff in the surrounding area and keep it simple, but if you want to delete entire rows, they make it really fast to do that by pressing Control and the minus. So if I wanted to add a row, let's say I want to add it back. Well, that would be the undo button, but let's say I just want to add, I want to copy this, and then I want to insert it. I want to bring up the dialog box again. So let's do that right now. Control Shift plus. There we go. And I just added that copied section right there. And you notice how it knocked this out of alignment here. Let's try to fix that. So we want that dialog box to come back up. Control Shift plus. And then we're going to shift the cells down one. There we go, knocked it back into alignment.